Viewer discretion is advised while watching this program. The thoughts and views expressed are solely those of the two hosts. Here we go.
I think so. Yeah, that's better.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I don't either. It's weird.
This technology is out of its skull.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not the best.
No, but we're working now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I believe
For the most part.
we're doing good.
Yeah, I think so. What's happening?
Not a whole lot. It's game week. Eagles play on Friday on the Peacock.
Oh shit.
So
Good
I
thing
got to
you
be ready for Friday. Getting ready for Friday. Got a tough game in Brazil against the Packers. So hopefully the Eagles are ready to take a long ass road trip into Brazil and line up and play some Eagle football come Friday against the Packers. So just, got that on my mind right now. Phillies pulled one off their ass. No thanks to that no good motherfucker Trey Turner. He's not helping at all. He's a jabroni, no good. But then had today off. Thankfully, had the day off. Been working a lot of hours last week leading up to the inventory that we had to take, and we have one of the better inventories around. So all in all, last week was a successful week. Long, but successful. Took care of business, did what I had to do. Now here I am. It's football season, and I'm breaking spoilers. I'm going to be going on vacation in 7 weeks from today, going to Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So I started training. So when I get to Mexico, I could take my shirt off and impress all the senoritas over there. And if they're not impressed with my physique, they're going to be impressed with all the tacos and all the tequila that I'm planning to eat and drink while I'm there. Because I love me some tacos.
Hell yeah.
Tacos Chilas.
Why are you going there? Are you going by yourself, or is there going on?
No. So the last 3 years, me and a group of colleagues that I work with, we've went to Vegas. We went to New Orleans last year. And then this year, we're going to end up going to Mexico. It's just a group of guys that I've been going on vacation with in the fall, the last several years. So we kind of have like a little group message. And the good thing is, like, we work at different stores, so that allows us to go. Because usually when you work at the same store, you can't go on vacation with your friends. So, yeah, so we decided on Mexico, Playa del Carmen. So comment down below if anybody has any Playa del Carmen stories or know where Playa del Carmen is. I hear it's near Cancun.
Oh.
So that's all I really know. But yes, I started training today, and I haven't been able to train for like a month because the last time I was doing some bench press, I was doing my bench press, had about 800 pounds on the bench, and was pushing it up. Like my arm just went dead. It was like the weirdest. It was kind of scary. I don't know what happened. Like, like when your arm falls asleep, it was like that when I was doing the bench press. Of all things, doing bench press, your arm shouldn't fall asleep. So today it wasn't too bad. I lightened the load a little bit. I didn't have 800 pounds. And then when I was pressing that 800 pounds, when I locked it out, freaking I bent the bar. I hate it when I be bending the bar when I have 800 pounds on the bench press. So comment down below if you ever bent the bar when you're doing bench press.
Yeah. First. What are you drinking there?
I know this is the last bad alcohol that I'm going to have. I got all the Eddies are gone. Took them this weekend. This is a twisted tea, peach, because I like iced tea. Yeah. And then it's a peach flavored hard iced tea, twisted tea. These are surprisingly, you might think I'm going soft, but these are surprisingly refreshing on a hot day when you have a day off. They're pretty good. And when you're wearing your merch, which I like to wear.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I love this merch. This is great merch.
I'm going to make a cutoff shirt one to wear on my match on Friday.
Oh, you have a match on Friday? Do share.
Yeah, it's me and Tyler Bateman versus these two other guys you probably don't know. But
are they jabronis?
Nah, it's like our feud thing where we're a evil group and they're like local legend group dudes that have been around a long time.
Did you find your book with the book of moves?
Oh yeah,
Like,
nah.
execute some new moves on these legends.
Out. I think I'm like doing. I don't know. I'm kind of like not changing the gimmick, but like just kind of doing less Jesus stuff. I think, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they want to do. I don't really know.
Less Jesus stuff? I think you need to double down and do more Jesus stuff.
Yeah, I might do it too, but I don't know if I'll bring the book out. It just depends on what they want. I only really bring it out if I'm going to use it, you know.
The sacred book, obviously the book with all the moves, you have to consult that book. I mean, these are local legends. You might need a few moves out of that book.
Yeah, stuff I haven't used in a while that I wouldn't remember without the book, you know.
You might have to consult that book.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, pal? Are you drinking a tea of a different kind?
Nah, it's just coffee. Like last night I was like, well, I kind of do this every weekend. I'm like, I'm probably not gonna drink. Like today I'm saying that, and then I was like, well, I committed to not drinking beer. I didn't say anything about whiskey, so I started drinking some whiskey over the weekend. And I drank a bunch last night. Just kind of, I was like, oh, it's Labor Day. I'm gonna barbecue some ribeyes, and then for the week, and then because they're super cheap. It was like $5 a pound at Smith's. It was a digital coupon.
Man, so you got to capitalize on that. $5 a pound. If I tell Sal the butcher that, he's gonna shit. Yeah. $5 a pound for ribeye?
Crazy. And
that's like a 2004 price.
Yeah, it was like $8 a pound with just like the standard discount, and then if you clicked a coupon on the app, you got the app and clipped a coupon, and it was $5 a pound. So
is there a limit on that?
I think it said 5 or 7 or something like that.
Pounds for steaks?
Like packs, I think.
Oh wow!
So you could get like, I got 2 because I'm doing it for the week. I'm not gonna I probably should have bought more and frozen them, but
it's not a bad gesture. That's not a bad idea. Then you can have them.
Maybe
so I don't mean to brag or nothing, and I don't mean to step on your dick by any means, but I did ribeyes too for the Cubs.
Oh yeah, those are better than
mine. The Cub Scout meet. We didn't have the wolf pack, but we had a group of Cubs. Me and Patrick and Eric, and we did some ribeyes, and then Patrick came through with some freaking what did Patrick end up bringing? He definitely brought some candy, and I needed some candy, and then he brought some beers, but he brought something else that that really complimented. He brought the onion rings, and then tiramisu with freaking fruit on it.
What?
Yeah, dude, we were like WrestleMania almost down there.
Yeah, that's high quality for Bachelor Berlin too.
Tiramisu with strawberries and blueberries and blackberries on it.
Yeah.
And then freaking onion rings. Shit.
I love onion rings.
Yeah, baked potato, and I did a baked potatoes.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, we did that. And then later on today, when I get done with my call, I'm gonna be almost as patriotic as Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I'm gonna do hamburgers and hot dogs and macaroni salad and potato salad.
Wow.
I'm gonna be patriotic today.
Sounds good.
And even some chili beans.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I think I'm done cooking. I got a big roll of ground beef I'm trying to defrost, but maybe I'll make burgers too. I don't know.
Dude, how good did your ribeyes turn out?
I mean, it was okay. They're pretty good. Like a couple, like I did 4, like they're really big, like wide or whatever. But 2 of them were a little thinner, and yeah, you know how that, like we were talking about it, like spreading the coals out perfectly and getting the like even heat.
The hot spot on the grill.
Huh?
Finding the hot spot on the grill.
So I like 2 of them turned out really good, and then 2 of them turned out okay. So I don't know. I'm still working on it, getting used to it.
Hey, so you were happy? Were you happy with the cuts that you got at Smith's? Because you could always, like, if it's a place that provides legendary service like Albertsons and Buellton, you could go and talk to the butcher, and they could cut your ribeyes to however you want them. Like if you want them 1.25 inches thick, 2 inches thick.
No, I was because I got 2 packs, and one pack they were probably like, I don't know, 2 inches, and then the other one was like 1.25 inches.
Oh, so typical Apostle size.
Yeah.
Size
but,
like
but
that.
not as big.
Good
not
size.
as big as the one that you usually do. What do you usually do? Like 2 inches, or is it?
2 inches is WrestleMania thick. 2 inches is WrestleMania.
Nah, mine was less than that.
We shoot for anywhere from for anything other than WrestleMania is 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches.
Yeah, it was probably 1.5 inches and 1.25 inches, like 2 different kinds I got, but.
So we have WrestleMania size in case, like WrestleMania size is 2 inches.
That's a different level.
That could even be our Christmas, because usually for Christmas we have a nice Christmas party. Yeah. Wolfpack Christmas party is usually pretty good ones too.
Speaking of Christmas parties, I heard somebody was telling me about UFC Christmas parties. He said, like I heard they get like it's like all free alcohol, and like then they get like somebody to perform. Like they had Nelly last year. It's like, what?
And you're going to be invited this year, brother.
Hopefully I'm
brother,
still there.
Are you going to get to go to this party?
I don't know how it works yet, so we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll get there in November. We'll see.
Did you end up watching the Bash in Berlin?
Yeah, well, so I was kind of not paying attention to some of the matches because I was cleaning up the toy room. Because I was like, that was my goal for the weekend, and then I did it like early Saturday while I was watching that. So I'm like, oh, I don't have to do shit. I'll just drink whiskey all weekend and sit by the pool, which I did the last couple days. But yeah, see, like shit was kind of piled up. I'll show you really quick. It was kind of, there's like no room in the middle of the floor. Now there's room, and there's like the TV over here. Like you can actually get to shit and like get to the games or whatever's in there.
Did Mick Foley autograph that book for you?
Yeah, that's the Foley book, the autographed one. And I put up that. I need to put up more posters or whatever, but the Bloodsport. I put Foley stuff up there now. We'll see if I keep it like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll put the book. And then there's all the wrestling, and then the pegs, and then closet has access. And then I got this chair free from a job, and it reclines and vibrates. And I put the couch where I'm sitting against this other wall. So, there's a bunch of comic book shit up there.
So that Brett that you got, you traded for a Jake variant, a Jake Chase. Which Jake Chase?
Can you see
was that the silver-tided Jake?
Yeah. Oh shit!
Turn that into that Brett, you son of a gun.
Yeah, like I looked it up, and I'll get it. The Brett that I got isn't like worth a ton.
It's not worth a ton?
Like a lot of the classic superstars, I don't think they're worth a lot. Like it's like more like they're not in high demand or anything, but it's pretty good Brett. Like he has the glasses, better face than any Mattel.
So if you had to buy that one from secondhand, how much would that be? Under or over $40?
Under or at $40. I saw it for about 40 or whatever, and then I looked up the Jake value, and people were selling it for 35, 40. So I was like, it's like pretty even trade. I guess I'll get it. Like I'm not gonna start collecting these, or I'm not gonna pay money. But like the guy wanted what I had, so I was like, I'll get a Brett.
So that's a guy that you knew, or it's just somebody that you found online, or
just offer up. Been doing a lot of offer up sales lately.
I think I have that Jake variant, Jake, man. If I could turn that into, is that the one with the Cobra?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I that Jake.
Because I looked and I found like in one of the bins I haven't opened. I mean, I got the Jake like on the regular one on my thing because I like
the blue and the orange and the yellow, right?
Yeah, and then but but I got doubles for some reason back then. I was buying doubles, so I got another one of those in the box, and then I got another chase. So I was like, yeah, I'll sell one of these. I don't care. I got that guy said he'd buy or trade more, so I got to get a bunch of pictures taken and get all that shit out.
Oh man, if they want to, you have another one of those Jakes? Yeah, he probably won't want another Jake, right?
I mean, maybe he'll want the regular one, the Flames, regular of that edition, but I don't know.
Yeah, because that's a cool Brett.
Yeah, it's cool, Brett.
But I got like 6 Bretts.
I know. I don't need any more anything. I went to Walmart and I was like, oh shit, like, or Target. Target had a tugboat. And I was like, if this is like 6 months ago, I would have just bought the tugboat. But I'm like trying to budget now and keep.
Was it a Superstars tugboat or was it an Elite?
It was an Elite.
Oh, no kidding. Tugboat.
Yeah. It's like like they're doing the best of Legends or whatever at Target. So there's a line with Tugboat, IRS, Ultimate Warrior, and a few others. But I was like, Target usually shit always goes to discount after a few months. So I think I'm only buying if stuff's on discount. So if I find the Warrior, I'll send you a picture though.
Yeah, please do. Speaking of figures, your brother, this was the first time I think he's been to the Swamp, possibly since WrestleMania. Oh, yeah. He was very, very impressed with the shelf and wanted to know how that was built. And I was like, wanted to know how it was built and where it came from. It's like, oh, your brother brought it from Las Vegas. He was really impressed. He was really, really impressed with that.
Wow. Yeah, you just go to Home Depot, or it's like I've done all these shelves. We forgot to record it for the podcast, but it's just you buy this board, like $14 or $17, and then you buy brackets and screws, and then put them up. It sucks with yours though, because I hope it's working out okay. Just that one end, I wanted to put the bracket at the end, but there's
stuff was there.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't have heavy stuff on the end. It's fine. It's fine.
Cool.
I haven't put my helmet there yet. Yeah. If we start off 1-0, the helmet might be coming down. If we start out 1-0. But then me and Pat got to talking and the candy had kicked in and we were talking about times that Patrick had showed me mercy. And I only could remember the one. There's 2 times that I said, but then like I told the story was the one, but then the second time I like completely like spaced on because the candy kicked in. Oh. But the second time, Patrick, if you're watching, was the Blu-ray player. Like you gave me that Blu-ray player, and I've been using the shit out of that Blu-ray player since you got it. So the filet mignons on my birthday in 2015 or 14, whenever that was, and then the Blu-ray player. 2 times that you showed mercy. I know it, I completely forgot. But yeah, the Blu-ray player that I've been using the shit out of. Mercy. So.
Yeah, what have you been working on there? Just the monster movies or like?
I got the Eagles Super Bowl season DVD.
You never watched that before?
I watch it, man. When I'm really feeling down, I put that in, and I just relive the glory years of that 2017 season.
Nice.
And I won 2 fantasy championships that year. And then tomorrow at 6 p.m. is the Orchid Draft, and I'm looking to get my championship back that I lost in the Orchid League. I'm looking to get that shit back, and I got some special tactics that we've discussed on the previous 2 episodes. So let me know, comment down below or comment in the fantasy episodes on if you like the team or if you've used any of our helpful tips or hints. I know friend of the show, JP, has used it. He drafted another team and he selected several of the guys that we talked about on the podcast. So just a disclaimer. Don't blame me if the shit doesn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then
responsibility.
Watching
up to 31 people on
talking about the Bills. Man, I was talking about the Bills and those 4,000 yards of Josh Allen and all that stuff. They should put us on the TV.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
I said in July.
one of these days they're gonna realize what they're missing. You know?
But then the other breaking news, and either comment down below or confirm to me, Apostle Judah Matthew, breaking news that was presented by super friend of the show, Patrick Kearney, was there's going to be some new Universal monster figures released. Frankenstein's monster based on the Bride, where he's wearing a vest.
Kyle Peterson was talking about that, and I was like, oh, I missed that was coming out. But yeah,
Who was talking about that?
Kyle Peterson, the figure guy on YouTube.
He's a wannabe apostle.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's true. Patrick got some breaking news?
Yeah. Let me see. I'll try and get a picture really quick. Show you, but
2020. Timestamp 2020.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, because it's not Karloff, is it? It's somebody, or maybe it is, but Bride of Frankenstein.
Bride would have been Karloff.
Comes with a chair. Let's see. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and then he said there was a second one that does not come with the chair that's going to be in black and white.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, so that's true. True news.
Yeah, it's true. It's $60 for the one with the chair, and then if you just want the regular one, it's probably similar to normal price.
Is the one with the chair in color or in black and white?
Chair's in color, but I bet they'll have both. Dang, there's a sale at Best Buy right now. These the older figures are $20. Like
which ones?
Like Dracula and Creature.
Don't we have those?
I mean, you have most of them. You don't have Creature.
I don't have Creature.
Yeah, just a couple of them, but.
Hey, how far are we from the Heart Foundation being half off? Or was it the Outsiders?
It's Christmas time last year, like around Thanksgiving or whatever, when they start to put stuff on sale. So hopefully soon.
It was the Heart Foundation, right? Not the Outsiders?
Yeah, the Outsiders is a ringside exclusive, and they haven't even actually shipped to anybody yet. Like I think they're done, but I don't know. That might be a while. That might be a long game if you want that for any cheaper.
But you do see the Heart Foundation we might be able to get for $30 or $40, huh?
I think they're gonna. I mean, if they do like last year, they kind of do a buy one get one free or something. So instead of paying $70, you're paying like $35.
Okay.
So I'll try. I can't. I don't want to pay $70 for that shit when it's just gonna go on. If it's gonna go on sale, so I'm gonna play long game, and I'll probably get the George the Animal Steel and Piper too, but I don't know.
Do you foresee a Coliseum Classic Legion of Doom / Road Warriors 2-pack?
I don't know. They're still like one of those. They're like the concussion lawsuit people, and they're probably like.
They are. The Road Warriors are.
I think they were in that, or like there's something like they made some early figures of them, and then like once that lawsuit hit, it seems like them and like One Man Gang and a bunch of people like that have never been back. The Legends deals, maybe they have like maybe someday, but I don't know. It feels like all those people like Demolition and shit, they're like nobody's going after them, you know. Steiner's was a different thing. They were never on that, and then they finally got them. But
Hey, you know which match I'm looking forward to that I think might come in the next 3 or 4 weeks is the Yeet Man Jey Uso main event. Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker. And then they kind of made a little personal Braun Breaker when he said, nobody from your family ever beat anybody from my family. So it's like, yo, I remember that WrestleMania 9 Head Shrinker Steiner match being a motherfucking match for the Head Shrinkers, because I thought they were like kind of like one notch above jabronis, but they showed their ass at that WrestleMania match.
Good match. I found my Head Shrinkers that I bought the other day. I gotta open those.
You got head shrinkers.
Yeah, they were in like the Legends lines. Let me see. Here, I'll get those too.
Samu and Fatu.
Yeah.
So yeah, head shrinkers, man. Those were like the one of the first branches off that Anawai family. I would assume, huh? Head shrink? No, maybe Tonga Kid. Well, Tonga Kid and Rikishi are twins, to the best of my knowledge.
Oh my God.
But the head shrinkers, when they came back in like 92, 93, I thought they kind of sucked. But then they had them with Captain Lou, and then Alpha was their manager. It's like, oh, all right, there's some history with these head shrinker guys.
Okay.
So is that's Rikishi, right?
Yeah, Fatu.
And Samu.
These ones were chases too, so if you got the chase, it was in the different colored gear, like the Samoan SWAT team when they're WCW. But I was like, I don't need that. I don't need both.
So I think those two are not brothers.
Nah, Samu's like something else, right?
But check it out. There's Sam Fatu, and there's Sam Anawai.
Yeah.
There's two Sams, because I heard Rikishi one time on some interview, they called one of them Big Sam. One of them was known as Big Sam, but yeah, Rikishi is a twin with Tonga Kid, I believe.
Let me see. I'll look it up.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're twins. Rikishi and Tonga are twins. And Rikishi and Umaga are brothers.
Yeah, October 11th, 1965. So yeah, I think they're twins. They're brothers. And that makes sense because Rikishi, it's like if you are a twin, you're more likely to have twins. So then he had
the Usos.
Yeah. So yeah, Umaga, Rikishi, and Tonga Kid are all brothers.
But then Sam Fatu, which is Samu of the Head Shrinkers, and then there's Sam Anawai.
I think Tonga Kid went as Sam Fatu. That's one of his ring names, apparently. Let me look up Samu. I think Samu might not. He might be like Yoko, where it's like.
He might be Anawai?
Might not. I mean, they're all Anawai, right?
No, Rikishi's Fatu. He married the sister.
But it's like Sam Fatu, Tonga Kid his name is Samuel Larry Anawai Fatu. So that's one of their names. So they're related.
Oh, so is Sam Fatu and Sam Anawai the same guy? Because that guy next to that figure is not Tonga Kid.
Well, that's Samu. Let me look up Samu, because I feel like Samu is like a cousin, but not. Oh, he's an Anawai. Samuel Fred Anawai.
Oh, he's Anawai.
Yeah.
So Sam Fatu is Tonga Kid.
Sam Fatu is Tonga Kid, but Samu is Samuel Fred Anawai. He's older. I don't know.
So that might be Big Sam.
He went as Great Samu, Head Shrinker Samu, Sam Anawai, Sammy Silk, Sam the Samoan, Samu, Samula, Superstar Tiger, the Tahitian Prince, and the Wild Samoan. Those are all his names.
Oh, so he's related to Yoko. He's Anawai.
Yes, yeah. Because it doesn't. It like with Fatu and Tonga Kid. It said like, oh, these are their brothers or whatever, and it was and nephews and shit. And then this one doesn't, for him, it doesn't say like he's related to anybody besides he had a kid named Lance who wrestles, I guess.
So Jacob Fatu would be Rikishi's nephew?
Jacob
Yes.
Fatu is Tonga Kid's son. So
Jacob Fatu is Tonga Kid's son.
Yeah. So he's Rikishi's nephew. And he's cousins with the
with the Usos.
Usos. Who's Roman? He's Offa's son.
No, Roman is Sika's son.
Yeah. Jeez, this shit's confusing.
Offa's son was Manu.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Hey, for those of you guys that are watching or may not be distracted, if you look up that tree's pretty interesting. And you're looking at it right now. I don't know if you have ever looked at it before, but that tree's pretty interesting.
It gets crazy.
What's that?
It gets crazy. It's a lot of fucking people. And then you got Samoan Eric down in the corner.
He's in that bottom right corner on the side with Peter Maivia. He's on the Maivia side.
Yeah, he's a whatever Anderson.
Anderson. He's on the Anderson side. But Samoan Eric came through, man. You should have seen the dessert he brought. You would have been impressed. Freaking a big ass freaking tiramisu.
Jesus. Awesome.
Samoan Eric came strong, man.
Yeah, that's
good. Then at SummerSlam, dude, Patrick said he brought 2 bottles. He brought an apple and a peach.
I remember that, yeah.
Dude, he's a good member. He's a good addition to our Wolfpack, huh?
I think so, yeah. He's solid.
And we were busting his balls the other day because, like, when I put him in the group message, and I was like, our new member, freaking Samoan Eric with a C. Then he texts me on the side. He's like, it's Eric with a K. I was like, you son of a bitch, really? So it's like, now your application's under review now, under your new
thing. We don't take kindly to Eric's with K's.
Or guys that put lines in their 7s. That was one of Patrick's pet peeves. Lines in the 7s.
Yeah, what's the point?
That's like my Trey Turner.
Yeah.
Guys who put lines in their 7. Oh, is Trey Turner number 7? Fuck, heaven fucking help us. He is number fucking 7.
Is he?
He's number fucking 500 in my heart, but number 7 in the program. Piece of shit, candy ass. Here's the breaking news. It's football season, and the Phillies are 1 game out from having the best record in baseball and all of baseball. They're gonna shit the bed. I just have this bad feeling Trey Turner is gonna fucking lead the fucking bats going cold, just like they did last year in the playoffs, and it's gonna be a fucking tears in my beers in October. So it's football season. It's fucking football season starts Friday. I don't care if the Phillies have the best record on baseball come Friday. It's fucking football season because they're gonna fuck up because they're inconsistent hitting. It's not gonna be the pitching this year that fucking dooms them. It wasn't the pitching that doomed them last year. It was the fucking inconsistent hitting. Excuse my use of the word fuck.
Okay, this isn't meant for children. That's all we would have to worry about.
Hey, and can you fix in the title where it says SONGBI2R?
Oh yeah, probably can.
Just
do that right now.
Unless that's my new gimmick, Matrix Songbird.
Matrix
gimmick.
Matrix Songbird. Yeah, which one was that? The most recent?
I think it was in the last 2, the football and.
Oh no, I can't. Oh, I'm not gonna fix that because I'll have to like re-upload and I'll lose the views. But yeah,
so the last
right now while I'm
the last time I checked, the original football episode, the 2024 is up to 30 views.
31.
31.
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
Not bad. Hey, that's consistent.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're on our way. And I think it might get to 30. Like last year was 37. That's gonna be hard to beat, but I think maybe we'll get there someday.
Maybe I need to talk to my coworker Missy Baker, and we could have the fantasy football compare baking recipe episode.
Yeah.
And maybe we could have Eric on with tiramisu recipes.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We need recipes. Um, that's how you get the views. Apparently, Messy Baker taught us.
Missy Baker she's onto something with her ability to decorate cakes. We'll see. I gave her a special project. We'll see how she does. I told her to have some football themed cakes for the case this week. We'll see what she comes up with.
That'd be nice.
Football themed. We'll see what she comes up with. She's actually pretty talented.
Oh yeah. Do they make they don't just send them out as like football shapes? They make them there? Or
They
what?
can, but then she could kind of like go freestyle and do her own.
That's cool. Last year I saw some cool cakes where it was like one looked like football, one looked like maybe a helmet or something.
The football might have been an Easter egg in previous months. And then they just decorated like a football. There was extra Easter cakes left over.
Fucking oval shaped, egg shaped.
Hey, so is after those, do you foresee those Universal monsters that we discussed earlier? Do you think those will be ready for Halloween, or when do you foresee those?
Let me look at the thing again, but I think it gave a date that it was coming, but I don't know. Let me see. Big Bad Toy Store is pretty good. Yeah, I don't know.
Patrick came strong style. He brought me a special gift from Ross, an Orange Cassidy Elite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With pockets.
I should go get it. Let me go get it. It's right here. I have it right here. Okay, wait 1 second.
Yeah, pockets.
It's right here.
That's rare.
I got it right here.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he's got a pocket. That's some of the first figures with pocket technology.
The cool thing is, the shirt that he's wearing right here, I have that shirt. This is like my favorite wrestler for some dumb reason. Like just the gimmick is cool to me.
Oh look, there's an Invisible Man Kemp House coming too. That's coming in December, and then the Frankenstein is January.
Oh, so we've got some time. Both. So that's the one without the chair?
Yeah.
What about the one with the chair?
I don't know. They don't have that up on Big Bad Toy Store. Maybe that's just an exclusive to the NECA website. You gotta go on NECA. Let me see if they have NECA Frankenstein. Yeah, maybe they have a date. Let's see. Yeah, because it's $60. June 2024. Expected shipping date.
Oh, so it's already out.
It says expected, but I don't think anybody has it, because that was something Kyle Peterson was talking about. He was like, he saw the black and white one, and he was like, I ordered this other one, the chair, back in December or January or February, and then he was wondering like where it is, because still nobody's gotten it. So I don't know. I think there's some issue.
So you raised an interesting question. How could we get the Shadow Man to make an appearance on our show? Is the Shadow Man still alive?
Yeah, I was looking at his YouTube. He has like a whole YouTube channel with like, does like videos on toys and video games and stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe we could trick him into coming on and we'll just talk for a minute. But I don't know. That's probably be tough.
Is he based out of like Pasadena or Vegas or?
He should be from California.
San Bernardino.
Yeah, like San Bernardino, but I don't know now. I think I'm his friend on Facebook. I gotta look it up.
Well, the other guy I can remember as a kid watching was Dynamite D.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't know if he's still with us anymore.
He died. He had like some disease or something, or cancer. And even before, I mean, he wasn't dead when Shadow Man took over. I think he just quit doing the doing the radio thing, and then he got sick. Sucks. There's he used to wrestle. They both used to wrestle a lot. There's a bunch of Dynamite D matches on YouTube still.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. You can see him.
I remember as a kid, like it was a big deal, and they talked about it for probably a month leading in. But on the Shadow Man, no, maybe it was Dynamite D. It was one or the other. They somehow got Jim Cornette to come on the episode, and that was like a big deal. And I don't remember, like, I knew who Jim Cornette was throughout, like, reading the magazines at the Lompoc Public Library. But like at the time, I think that was like a real huge deal that they had him on one of those shows.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Anytime they got a guest that was like, well, it seemed like Shadow Man always had Godfather because he knew that Buffalo Jim guy. They had Buffalo Jim on a lot. But,
Buffalo Jim, was he in the front row at Halloween Havoc 96 wearing a big ass Papa Shango shirt? Would that have been Buffalo Jim with the hat?
Yeah, because he gave him the hat.
That was him, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Buffalo Jim was a local Vegas independent wrestler slash.
I think he's more a manager. I don't know if he ever wrestled, but he was like, I mean, it seems like he was a drug dealer.
That's what I was saying. He had like a little bit of a side hustle, right?
They did new Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, and they did an episode about him, and it was about how he had like an auto shop, and then he would hang out with all the wrestlers, and it kind of seemed like he was the wrestlers' drug deal when they're in Vegas or that area. And then the Crazy Horse over there, and they were in the same building as his auto shop, or like connected to his building, and they wanted to expand. He didn't want to let them. He didn't want to leave, and then because I guess Crazy Horse was mob owned or something, and they like set fire to his place and then took over it anyway or something, and then eventually like they found him dead at like a hotel, like some weird hotel.
Was he with Herb Abrams?
Huh? Nah. I mean, he did. I think he did have a lady with him, and then the lady, they found out that the lady was there and then took off or something. Like maybe she drugged him, or he's just like a big, heavy guy. Maybe he just had a heart attack, and probably like doing some drugs here and there. But I don't know. His daughter was on the episode, and she seemed like she thought there was more to it than just having a heart attack and drugs and whatever. But I don't know. It's a pretty good episode, and then you get to see some Buffalo Jim clips. But yeah, he was always on that CRN show with
Network. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was channel 22 on Comcast when we were kids, and 21 was USA, because that was when
it was right next to
primetime wrestling, and which turned into be Monday Night Raw was on that channel.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was
the
Friday nights. It was like Friday nights at 7 or 8 was those shows, right? Dynamite D, Shadow Man.
Yeah. But then after like years of watching, it switched to sometimes it would switch to like public access, and we couldn't watch it. And we were like, what? Or like we couldn't listen. But then we found out, our friend Ramiro, I think, he found out that it was if you put on second audio, like the Spanish audio on the preview guide channel, it would play CRN, Cable Radio Network.
No kidding.
Yeah. So then we started listening on there on the preview guide channel.
Wow, I did not know that. I can remember being pained on my Friday night, not being able to listen to Friday night like wrestling.
Yeah, it was
like, for me, and maybe not so much for you guys, but like you would get to hear of other stuff outside of it in the wrestling world other than WWE and WCW. You'd hear about like DCW or Memphis. They would talk about different.
Or like that's how you got news, because otherwise it was like you'd have to get a wrestling magazine, and that was news from like months earlier. like one time, like Eddie Gilbert died, and they were talking about it on there. And we were like, whoa, because we didn't have internet. That was like the only place to get news. So we were like, oh shit, Eddie Gilbert died. He was 33. Then it was like a tribute episode, and then or like who else died? Like I think when they had Louis Spicolli on a bunch, but then I think they were probably yeah, I'm trying to think.
But we got to preface this by saying there was 2 different shows.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd have to go. I wonder if they're online anywhere. It's hard to like. Yeah, like you were saying with Cornette, I can't remember which show he was on.
Like, now that you say Spicoli, I do remember Spicoli being on there.
Yeah, because he was like a California guy, I think, and so one of those guys knew Spicoli pretty well, and he would.
Because they were like from San Bernardino, I thought. One of them was from San Bernardino.
Yeah, I think so.
And they would always plug the wrestling school down there.
Yeah.
The guy's name is Chris something, if I remember right. The trainer, Chris Hernandez, was it Hernandez? Chris Hernandez?
Jesse Hernandez.
Jesse Hernandez was the trainer that one of them would always plug.
Yeah. And then I remember Shadow Man always talking about Chris Daniels. He's like, this is going to be the next star in wrestling. And like the Fallen Angel, Chris Daniels. And he did okay. He's still working AEW. He's doing something, but.
So those guys definitely, they found a niche and they found an audience.
Yeah, because pre-internet, and there was.
And they were kind of plugged in, so to speak, huh? As much plugged in as you could be at the time.
Yeah, they knew some people that could get some info here and there. Yeah, it was like the only way to. It was like with that ECW where you like it'd be on at like
4 a.m.
Like you find it and you're like, oh shit, it's like a way to get more wrestling or news or whatever, and then they fucking take it away somehow. Like then you got to search again. Like
that was on Prime Ticket. I remember one of the first, like my freshman year summer.
Yeah.
It was like the first week of summer break, and I remember I stayed up really, really late. I was trying to watch the Lakers, or I was trying to watch something.
Yeah.
It never came on, and then it was about 4 a.m, and the ECW show came on at about 4 a.m, and I was like, oh my God, this is.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It really was. It really was.
We had the VHS out, and we started taping it and I'd watch the next day. And it'd suck because then you'd tape it, and then one day it'd be like an infomercial or something. And like, it's not on. What the hell? Or like a basketball game would go late, and they'd just do the replay.
They would replay the basketball game.
And like, that's not what I wanted.
But probably, like, knowing what you know now, do you think ECW probably had gotten kicked off the air?
I think they were paying for time, and it was just like that was the cheapest time to play or to pay for it. And then if somebody else came in and outbid them or whatever, then they would just not have it that week or whatever. Like there'd be like preemption. It's like with the dog show. It's like back then the dog show got better ratings than wrestling or whatever it was. So like some would come in and just be like trump that.
We've been pissed off at the Westminster dog show and the US Open for 40 years, you and I.
Yeah. Well, it's gone since like the Attitude Era where they proved like, oh, wrestling's better ratings. We're not going to preempt for a fucking dog show anymore. Like we haven't really had to deal with it much, but yeah, the whole 90s was like the dog show's on. It's not on
the Westminster dog show. And then the tennis, right? US Open tennis.
Yeah. Or like, the similar thing now is with Fox. I guess this Friday is the last. This is the last Fox, yeah. So because they were going to just be preempted and put on FS1, so they're like, they made a deal with USA. So now it's going to be on USA and probably never get preempted again. Unless there's like some weird Olympic thing or.
How long do you think Netflix will keep Raw?
I don't know. Probably
work because like for the longest time, all they cared about is ratings. They don't really care about the ratings as much anymore.
We used
Or do they?
to be you get paid based on the ratings, and you get a higher deal based on the ratings. But now it's just ratings are like kind of like they go
Secondary.
down, but like they're still high rated. So now it's just about getting the most money and Netflix is offering the most money or the best deal for them. And they're still on USA with SmackDown. So, but I mean, it's a 5-year deal, right? Something like that. Usually it's a 5-year deal when they do this TV contracts. But Netflix is really trying to do live shit. That's like they're turning into a network, pretty much like a regular TV network, because live stuff is what gets people to like. If you put on something live, then you can put ads, and then people, it's the same shit.
This is just practice for football for them. This is just practice for the NFL, huh? Because if they can make wrestling work, they're going to get the NFL on Netflix as soon as they can, huh? This is just practice to see if they can do it.
I think, and I bet they'll do a whole thing with UFC deal is coming up. I bet they'll try and get UFC on Netflix too, because it's all the same company. They'll be like, yeah, that's what a lot of people I've heard think.
So now on the Netflix WWE thing, I'm glad we got there. What is your opinion, or are you going to watch the Vince McMahon Netflix documentary? Because I found it very, very funny in the post show. The Triple H wasn't there, and Cody Rhodes played the Triple H role, and then B, they asked Cody Rhodes about that, and he said, like, he was kind of casual. He's like, I'm watching Game of Thrones right now. Maybe at some point I will watch the Vince McMahon documentary. Do you think Triple H just kind of wasn't there because they didn't want him answering any Vince McMahon related questions, or is it just kind of coincidence?
It was his kid's first day of college, one of his kids.
True story?
Yeah.
I guess I have to Google that.
And then I think he was at the press conference did they do an NXT one after the NXT? I'm
not 100% sure.
Maybe not. But yeah, it was his kid's first day of school or something, so he didn't go to Berlin. But yeah,
you find that funny that he didn't go to Berlin, the chief content officer.
I mean, they didn't need it. They had Cody, whatever. None of these people are going to answer anything. It's like an ongoing lawsuit. They can't really say anything. They just give non-answers no matter what. So,
do you feel the timing of this documentary coming out is?
Well, it was supposed to come out like a long time ago, but then the new lawsuit, and they're like, oh, we can't really put it out with this new shit. So I think they added some stuff. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because it's like the month that they're going on Netflix, pretty much, right? And
then they're going to say this is not affiliated with WWE in any way.
Probably. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder if they changed anything like to like benefit WWE or like, yeah, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be like, if anything, like this has nothing to do with WWE. This is all just one guy, one creepy guy.
Because they're partners now. WWE and Netflix are partners, whether I like it or not. They're partners.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting. I wonder if they'll change anything, how their program, like if it'll be, I don't know, blood or.
It could be back to the Attitude Era, maybe, huh?
I don't know.
Maybe not that good.
I think the reason they don't do a lot of blood is because partly the Mattel deal, because that was like one of the things. They're not going to do blood for kids' toy company, but.
They're not going to do the Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania 13 sharpshooter figure, obviously.
Man, they do this with AEW. They don't do blood for AEW like to sell in Walmart, but they'll do like ringside exclusives of bloody figures. So they should do that with Mattel. But I don't know, Mattel, maybe they're like we don't want to do that. But.
By the way, Mattel, I'm still waiting for my Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I heard people were pissed, and it's not coming to like November or something for some people. I don't know. Yeah,
you mean the Boyhood Dream is not going to come until the Survivor Series?
Not really. And then
also, I have to get my own freaking line.
I think we talked about it, but one gripe with that is that it doesn't come with a championship, like a title, which the whole thing is that he's like looking down and like holding the title. But I guess there is a picture where he's like looking at his hands, like he doesn't have the title yet. But it's like he wins the title there. Why didn't you just put the title in? It's weird.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have maybe five winged eagle belts here, but I don't have a winged eagle belt with Shawn, and I don't have a winged eagle belt with the Undertaker.
Yeah. So.
Does your Yoko have the winged eagle?
Nah, I mean, I think the Ultimate Yoko might have come with it, but I never found it, and I'm not.
You still haven't found that one.
I think it's Pat. Maybe I feel like when I used to go looking for toys and like go on like right when they came out, if I'd done that, I might have found it. But like sometimes, yeah, you'd think everything is easy to find and you'll play a long game or whatever. But like sometimes stuff like you see it once and then you never see it again. But
So,
I
that's
assume
the
it'll
lesson. If you see it, grab it.
But, huh?
That being the lesson, if you see it and you know you're going to want it, get it, because it might not be there. It might not be a peg warmer.
Yeah, like that tugboat, I'm like waiting for a discount, but I'm like, maybe I'll never see it again. It's not, but like I'm trying to be better about buying shit and like if I don't get a tugboat, it's not the end of the world.
Well, your brother has the ultimate tugboat, the freaking Shockmaster.
Shockmaster anyway, that version of it.
Shockmaster. Did you just buy that as a gag, or did you like know that was going to be a valuable thing?
I mean, I think I paid more than it. I mean, I probably at least paid $60 or something. Like double the price of what it should be. But yeah,
but now that thing's like $200.
I thought it was funny, and we weren't really collecting figures at the time. It was just like a funny thing I saw, and I was like, "Oh, that'd be cool gift."
It sure was.
Yeah.
That might be of all the things that any of us have. That might be the most either exclusive or the most valuable figure.
Maybe I think it was like priced at like you could get it online for like $100 right now or something.
I thought it was about $2.
Maybe, I don't know. Let me see.
That's one of the more exclusive ones any of us have.
Yeah, that was a Comic-Con and like rare.
Well, your Sergeant Slaughter black card might be. Take that one out.
I think I looked it up and that was the most. Yeah, I mean Shockmaster. Yeah, 145. Somebody has it listed, and then some people have it at 200. So, yeah, you're right. It is. It's up
the
there.
Sergeant Slaughter might be about 200 as well, huh?
I think. Let me see. Slaughter black card.
Oh, I got one that I want to share with you that I looked up the other day. I was reading about something else and I got sidetracked. Do you remember Wrestle Reunion 5?
That we went to?
If you go back and you look at that card, holy shit, was that a who's who of independent wrestlers that went to WWE? And I didn't realize who one of the matches we saw was freaking Tyler Black was on that.
Yeah, I saw him in the restroom because they didn't have like a set restroom for like the wrestlers. It was just like the one we were using too. And him and Jerry Lynn I saw them in the restroom like
kayfabe,
wetting their hair or something.
So for those of you who don't know, Tyler Black is Seth Rollins. Yeah, so I was like looking at that. Freaking El Generico was on that, and El Generico became Sami Zayn. Kevin Steen, who we ate Carl's Jr. with next to the airport, is now Kevin Owens. The Young Bucks. Oh, man, that was so if you guys look up Wrestle Reunion 5, and we saw like a who's who of freaking guys that night.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then I think the next year you didn't go, but me and my brother went, and it was similar, like, or maybe the next 2 years we went. One year you had better seats, like on the aisle. It was weird, like our seats were numbered together, but they were split by the aisle, so he had to sit on the other side of the aisle from me, I think. But we were right there where they enter. And there's this battle royal, and it was like all the legends, like Warlord and well, legends, Warlord, Danny Davis, the referee, and like people like that. But then they had Piper and Funk, and Terry Funk were the last two guys, and they had this crazy match. After everybody got thrown out, they were the last two. And I think Piper won, but Funk did a speech. It was like that was like the best live match I've ever seen, probably just because of like just how their performance, you know. And it was like Funk was like it was down to him and Piper, and he's like, hold on. He got the microphone. He's like, I just want everybody to bow their heads for all the people we lost, all the brothers and sisters they're no longer with us. Let's just have a moment of silence. And Piper like is like, all right. And he put his head down, and they were like, just this is for all the people we lost. And then he just bashed Piper with the microphone, and then they just had kind of this crazy brawl around the ring, and then eventually I think Piper threw him out. But that was awesome. And that show, it had like Kevin Steen, I think against Chris Hero, and then
Kings of Wrestling. We saw Kings of Wrestling at the one I was at. That Kings of Wrestling was Hero and Claudio, which ended up being Cesaro.
Yeah, and then they might have gone against.
I think it was like a 4-way tag. I think the Young Bucks was one. El Generico was a tag team with somebody.
Yeah. Liger was at Jushin Liger was at that show.
Scotty Too Hottie.
Yeah. And if we had stayed, we left early because you wanted to get home on the Sunday show, and the Sunday show had like RVD and like some other people, I think.
But if you guys have a chance, if you want to see like a kick-ass wrestling show that we saw, holy shit, that Wrestle Reunion 5, it even has a Wikipedia. You can look that up. It was pretty amazing for me I just looked it up maybe about a week or so ago. I happened to be looking one thing and that had popped up, and I was like, let me look at this. I was like, wow. And like Tyler Black, I was like surprised. Because he's like, you could almost argue him as being the modern day Shawn Michaels. I know you don't like Shawn Michaels, but like his work speaks for itself.
Yeah, no, he's always good in the ring. Sure, I don't like his character, but weird. But.
It'll be interesting to see tonight what they do with the Wyatt Six, if the Wyatt Six is peaked or not.
Yeah, I don't know. They seem people go crazy for him, but
are we gonna see the silly spooky shit tonight?
It's possible.
Silly spooky shit up until Halloween, and then they go away. Like they're gonna be relevant until Halloween is what I'm fearful is gonna happen.
Yeah, well they got the Bad Blood. It's October 5th. Maybe they'll main event. I don't know. Probably not.
Like I don't see them going to Survivor Series in the War Games.
Oh yeah, probably not them. Who's gonna do War Games?
The Bloodline.
Oh yeah, the Bloodline. Yeah.
The new Bloodline versus the Tongans versus the Samoans.
Maybe. I don't know.
And maybe throw in honorary Uso, Sammy Uso.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, or they'll bring in Hikuleo or something. I don't really know what they're doing. Yeah, and I haven't been watching the TVs lately. Maybe I feel like with Netflix I'll watch it more because I don't think my brother records the only way I can watch the USA is on his Sling. I don't think he records it, so I never watch the Raw anymore unless I catch it live. Same with SmackDown. So I think I'll be watching stuff more, keeping up better with the Netflix. But
once it goes to Netflix?
I think so. I don't know. We'll see.
What else do you want to cover? I have one last thing.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
It's a precursor to what I started with, but
okay.
Fucking Eagles better soar. I'm not going to sing today. I don't want to have sore tonsils again.
Yeah, don't make your tonsils sore. Shit.
Hashtag sore tonsils.
Yeah. Oh, what was there was something what did Il Taco ask last time? He wanted like blind taste tests. Maybe we'll do that in the
diet
future.
sodas?
Yeah. I got the orange Zevia. It was pretty good. Orange soda Zevia. It tastes
I didn't even know they made an orange Zevia.
Well, I went to grocery outlet and they had a bunch, and it's the old cans, so it must be like, oh, we're getting rid of this type stuff. But it was cheap too. It was only like $3.
What was the other one that you said? It was a root beer, wasn't it? But it wasn't a Zevia. It was a different flavor.
Is
Different
Virgil's?
brand.
Is Virgil's? You ever seen Virgil's?
Virgil's, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
pretty good. I drank them all with the whiskey this weekend. So.
Good mixer.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Good mixer.
But, all out now. I gotta calm down. No
We
more.
had a good cut. We didn't have the wolf pack. We had the cub pack. Good weekend. Good weekend with the three of us.
Nice. That's good to hear. Yeah, what was I looking up?
Diet sodas?
Zevia? I don't think so. Oh, what Il Taco said, because he had something I thought we were going to discuss, but let me see. There's the intro.
That's what I'm thinking.
He wants advice on how to nurse an injury while also performing or working out. Oh, okay. So I don't know. What did we talk about last time that he would have brought that up? Your tonsils or your you were just talking about working out this earlier in the show. Your arm just went numb, so you just
Arm just went numb.
lighten
Honestly, El Taco, #1 fan of the show. Lighten the load and try to work through it. Just try to work through it. Or, as much as I hate to admit this, because I would never do it myself, so say as I do, not as I say. You may want to go get checked out by a doctor. I'll never go see a doctor again because I hate doctors.
Yeah. I've been working out with this dude once in a while, and like he tries to push it, like push shoulders and whatever, like do heavier and like whatever. But like I'll get to a point where like we're spotting each other because my arm, like you said, it just stops working. Like it just won't go anymore. And I'm like, so like a spotter for sure. But yeah, I've been lightening the load. I just don't even like. I've had tennis elbow since January. It's the fucking worst. It's like I keep stretching it and it never gets better. And then it'll get better for like a day if I take some leave and wear like a sleeve on my elbow. But then like as soon as I do something else, it's fucked up again. So I don't know. I try not to. Maybe I'll just do legs for like 6 months and let it heal, and no upper body. But I don't think that's realistic. I probably won't do that. Probably do upper body today.
Just lighten the load, do what you can do, and try to work through it is the best advice I can give.
Yeah.
And last resort is seek professional medical advice. Last resort. Because then doctors, they don't know shit.
The worst, because you go to a doctor and it's like
they are the worst.
You have to really like think you broke something to go to the doctor, because every time I've gone, they're kind of like, we'll give you some like high end Advil or something, like higher prescription Advil. And like, okay, great. And like nothing, or they're like, try these stretches, and like, okay, great. But unless something's like seriously wrong, they don't really do shit for you.
I want to piggyback off what you're saying and take it one step further. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been to a doctor when they told you something like positive? It's like, you need to eat more vegetables. You need to eat better in general. You need to lose weight. You need to exercise more. It's not like, hey, you have a nice haircut. It's never, those fucking guys never say anything positive. They never tell you anything good. Oh, you have high blood pressure. You have high cholesterol. You need to eat better. They never, ever, ever, ever tell you anything good. They always tell you what's wrong.
Yeah.
What's wrong with society as far as I'm concerned? There might as well be Trey fucking Turner. Fuck those guys. They're the worst. That's my rant of the week. Yeah. I hate doctors. They go to school all them years and they don't know shit.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of guessing. Educated guess.
Yeah, they're practicing medicine on me. Yeah. The word in parentheses, practicing. Practice on yourself, motherfucker. I'm not a guinea pig.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the worst. Doctors are the worst.
They're the worst. And you know what's else? We don't even have any doctor friends. Jeez, I wonder why. Because they're all a bunch of cocksuckers and they're the worst. I hate doctors.
Yeah, they're not good. I don't know. Like what?
Tell us something good for a change, motherfucker.
Yeah, give us something.
Don't drink so much. You drink too much.
Yeah, that's the worst.
You need to stop eating red meat. You need to eat more vegetables. You go to college for fucking 20 years to tell me I need to eat more vegetables? Well, what the fuck?
There's making a lot of money though.
That's the I don't know emoji. Fuck those guys. Anything else you want to share with our?
I don't know. Not really. Not that I can think of. Maybe go stand in the sun and get a good tan for.
I'm gonna go stand in the sun and make hamburgers and hot dogs.
There you go.
For the next 34 minutes.
Nice.
Then I'm gonna eat hamburgers and hot dogs. And I'm sure the doctor's gonna tell me, why did you eat 2 hot dogs when 1 would have been plenty? Well, I ate 2 fucking hot dogs because I wanted 2 fucking hot dogs. That's why I ate 2 hot dogs. I was fucking hungry. Cocksucker motherfucker.
You can't like live life thinking like, oh,
I'm just eating 1 hot dog.
Yeah, because you know, like I'm gonna get run over by a raider one of these days. Like the way they give these people money and they're just driving their shitty car, their crazy cars and like running people over in Vegas. You're probably, you know, stuff could happen. A mountain lion could come and attack you, you know, and you'll be like, why didn't I have that other hot dog?
And you know, sometimes another motto that I like to live by, sometimes you should eat dessert first because you might not get to make it to dessert. You might freaking have a heart attack while you're eating your broccoli.
I'm not going to eat like dessert all day, every day, but like, yeah, I'm going to do
Sometimes dessert first.
You know?
Sometimes when I go to Panda, I eat my fortune cookie first, just in case. Sometimes I have that fortune cookie first.
Sometimes I'm going to drink 10 whiskeys on a Sunday when I have a Monday off, you know? Why not?
Hey, we're modern medical miracles. We're medical miracles. We don't need some dipshit doctor telling us that.
We're unique specimens. Maybe this advice isn't for everybody, but you know, we can power through a couple hot dogs and a dessert.
Throw the X up too while we're at. Let's throw the X up one time.
All right. Well, fucking yeah, that's probably it for me. I don't know.
That's the advice I could give to all our, in our case, dozens and dozens of fans. Don't listen to the doctor. They don't know shit. Don't do it. Feel your own body. Your body has an innate ability to heal itself.
It's true.
And if you want to have 2 hot dogs, you eat 2 fucking hot dogs.
Exactly.
If you want to put extra mustard on them hot dogs and you want to put chili sauce, you freaking make yourself a freaking chili dog.
Right. You deserve it.
Yeet! 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 Yeet!
Hell yeah.
That's all I got.
All right.
That's all I got to say on that.
Me too.
All right, brother. I'll be in touch. Have a good one.
All right.
Later.
Talk to you later.
Fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles